Good morning, I'm RTV6 Chief Meteorologist Kevin Gregory. I'm sure you're awake at this hour because the storms have rolled you out of bed, especially south of Indianapolis. This is our view weather now camera looking to the west. Nearly constant lightning south and west of Indianapolis. Let me show you where the warnings have just been issued. Eastern Greene County, so from Bloomfield over into Monroe County, from say Bloomington down to Lake Monroe, then into northern Lawrence County. Thunderstorm warning in effect until 3:45. Main threat there, torrential rainfall, but also some 60-mile-per-hour winds. Let's just follow the lightning. See that from Martinsville to nearly Mooresville, all the way back to Sullivan. Rainfall rates in that region anywhere from an inch per hour to an inch and a half per hour. You may see a total of 2 to 3 inches of rain in a relatively short period of time there. I don't know if you can hear that in here or not, the thunder from downtown Indy right now as thunderstorms are overhead. So this line of storms moving to the north and east, strongest then sits right now from Bloomfield east, and that will move into, as I mentioned, Lawrence County, extreme northern Lawrence County, then also southern half of Monroe County near Bloomington, moving to the east at 30 to 40 miles per hour. What I'll do is back this out just a little bit, and we'll storm track from near Martinsville and Cloverdale all the way down into western portions of Monroe County and northern Lawrence. But as you move that to the east, northeast a bit, 30 to 35 miles per hour, you can see it will be moving into southern Marion County, into Johnson County, into Brown County with gusty winds 50 to 60 miles per hour, torrential rainfall, and nearly constant lightning expected with the storms. Put this in motion, you can see again the progression sweeping from west to east, or a little bit north and east, with the heaviest now about ready to enter between Bloomfield and Bloomington, but also pretty good storm and heavy rainfall from Martinsville down to Bloomington. All of this moving along and south of Interstate 70 appears to be where this heaviest rain band is going to be. So projecting this to the east, Martinsville, Bloomington to Nashville, then into Johnson County, from Franklin down to Edinburgh. Columbus will be on the edge of this, as well as eventually Shelbyville and Rushville, as this takes its time moving to the east across central Indiana. If you're just waking up at this hour, we've got a lot of rain north of Interstate 70, but you can see not nearly as much lightning. So the rainfall rate's not as intense there. The wind potential not as high. We've got the thunderstorm warnings for the 60-mile-per-hour wind potential with the storms that sit from Bloomfield to Bloomington or eastern Greene County into the southern half of Monroe, but also some strong storms northern Monroe to around Martinsville and up to Mooresville as these move to the north and east. But if you look back in Illinois, you can see that we've got other areas of rain south of Effingham, south of Interstate 70 there, that will come back in over the same areas. That's why the potential is there for 2 to 3 inches of rainfall, maybe an isolated spot that will see more than that before this wraps up during the morning hours. I can actually show you how TrueCast will handle the timing of this and where the heaviest rain will be. Put this in motion for you in 1 second here. There we are, 3 o'clock in the morning, and you can see it has pretty good handle on this from Terre Haute to Bloomington to Indy. Once this goes in motion, we'll stop it every couple of hours here, get you to 5 a.m., and you can see by 6 a.m. from Indy down to Nashville and Columbus, Greensburg, and then Richmond along Interstate 70 in eastern Indiana. 2 hours, 3 hours later than that, 8 a.m., from Terre Haute to Frankfort, a new line of showers and thunderstorms, and then more rain closer to the Ohio River. After we get past mid-morning, then we get into more isolated shower and thunderstorm activity. You can see this rainfall amount or prediction from TrueCast gives us almost an inch and a half in the metro area, but see those darker colors to the south in Monroe, Brown, and Bartholomew counties, where we could see areas that have anywhere from 2 to 3 inches of rain potentially. Again, if you're just waking up at this hour, 3 o'clock in the morning, we have thunderstorm warnings from Bloomfield in Greene County to Bloomington and Monroe. Between Bloomington and Nashville, a strong storm. Also from Bloomington up to Martinsville, certainly heavy rainfall. There's the lightning flash downtown. The lightning is most intense to correlate then with the strongest storms that sit south and west of Indianapolis. But that's our weather now. Cameron, we continue to click off some pockets of heavy rain in Marion County. The warning in effect for eastern Greene into Monroe County, that until 3:45 in the morning. Zoom in even closer and you'll see exactly the areas included in this. Bloomington down to north of Bedford. So Marshall, Beach Creek, Lake Monroe, Bloomfield, all within the warning area, and that until 3:45. Here's your intense lightning. When I put this in motion, watch everything moving to the east, northeast. You see it kind of split north of Interstate 70. Certainly heavy rainfall, not quite as heavy as what's happening from Bloomfield to Bloomington to Martinsville. That will swing across Johnson County, Brown County, into Shelby, and then also into portions of Bartholomew County. Storm track this to the east, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about here. As we go east at about 35 miles per hour, we'll put it through Ellettsville, Bloomington, Franklin, Nashville, and into Shelbyville. Franklin would be included in that. Edinburgh on the edge of this eventually as it gets into Bartholomew County and crosses over I-65 through Columbus. That's kind of the big picture. And all indications are that even despite this hour when we lose all the heating in that, the dynamics are there that will sustain this line of thunderstorms basically from west to east across areas south of Interstate 70 and all of central Indiana with rain through the morning hours. As I mentioned, probably through 9 a.m. or so. Sullivan, you're beginning to see the heaviest rain in the eastern half of the county now, east of 150. Bloomfield, 2/3 of the county covered up with torrential rainfall. You go up 231 towards Spencer, very heavy rain there. Spencer to Ellettsville to Bloomington, torrential rainfall, and then to Martinsville. As this moves east-northeast, Martinsville, Nashville, and then into, as we mentioned, also Shelby counties and Johnson counties. This is TrueCast projecting where we think the heaviest rain will be by the time we get to 6 o'clock in the morning. Good Morning Indiana, of course, starts in just a little over an hour at 4:30. They'll be tracking these storms, they being Ashley and Todd, as they progress into the eastern and southeastern portion of the viewing area. After 8 a.m., still scattered showers and thunderstorms, but they're just that. Should be scattered and not the solid area of rain that we have right now in central Indiana. It is 3:07. Thanks for watching RTV6. I'll continue to keep you updated with information across the bottom of the screen. But these intense storms will have potential for 50 to 60 mile per hour winds, rainfall rates that will exceed an inch per hour, with the strongest storms appearing to be more likely south of Interstate 70 here over the next hour or two. I'll return you to regular programming.